Hello, welcome to another episode of Balance Act. My name is Juan, and today I wanted to talk about mental and emotional health, especially around this concept, this saying. I think it's pretty cliche at this point, which is actually a good thing. It's okay not to be okay, and it really is. I think about myself. I've dealt with ADHD. I was diagnosed with ADHD at the age of 5 years old, and I legitimately have it. You look up things online. I think about the fact that I was on medication when I was a child. I'm not on medication anymore. I decided to take myself. Well, my mom took me off when I was a child because of the negative effects it had on me, my energy. But yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy dealing with constant mental fatigue, constant distraction, really difficult to focus. Being able to focus on things I'm very interested in, like this podcast, and being taken away from it to have to do things like go to work for 9 hours and do graphic design, which is fun, but I'd rather be doing this or writing or whatever, you know, instead of sitting in one place for 9 hours. So yeah, it's very difficult. Being very sensitive to negative comments. Even if people mean it in a joking manner, I can take knee-jerk offense, which is very common among people with ADHD. I come to find out. So having to deal with that in a society and a culture where men build trust with other men by heckling them. And then I have to sit there and be like, okay, I can take it, and then have to dish it back out, but not also then not being very good at dishing it out. Like I'm a terrible heckler. So years and years and years I had to deal with that. It's not a problem really anymore, but sometimes my knee-jerk defensive reaction to someone saying something bad to me is like, "What you say about me?" you know. So it's difficult. I've been through a lot of trauma as a child and as an adult, and those traumas have been very hard to heal from. Luckily now I'm in a great place where I have a great community behind me. I have a great relationship with my parents. I'm in a great relationship with my girlfriend Angela, and I have a great relationship with both of my sons, Juan and Julian. Things are going very well at my job, and yeah, things are great. I don't know what to say. And when things become great, that's when all the old traumas want to come and hit you upside your fucking head. So I have coming up now all these old traumas I never dealt with. When I was younger, I was in the habit of stuffing my traumas, and now they're all coming up, and it hurts, and it hurts a lot. And I've had many a late night conversation with my girlfriend. She also has gone through quite a bit of trauma. I won't talk about her business, but she's been through some things, and we talk sometimes all night long, and it's so wonderful, it's so healing. And then we just come to the determination it's okay to sometimes sit with those emotions. Sometimes perhaps in our culture, and when you hear these self-help things and these motivational things, it's like, don't let that shit get you down. Keep moving forward, keep going, get it done no matter what. All that is true and has its place, but it's not 100% true 100% of the time. Sometimes you just got to sit with those emotions and allow yourself to regulate it. A couple of years back, I read this book called Untamed, and it was actually meant for a female audience, but it was a really good book by Glennon Doyle. And she talked about going to see the Mona Lisa for the first time, and then looking at her smirk, a smile smirk. It didn't look like a smirk to her. It looked like she was just kind of like this, like, I'm not feeling it, and I don't fucking feel like smiling for this picture. So fuck you, I'm not smiling. That's how she took it. That's how it meant to her. And she said, here's all these thousands of people in there to look at this image of this woman, just like, and for her, it was very liberating. Because like, that's right, Mona Lisa. You don't have to smile for these motherfuckers. Fuck it. You don't have to smile for this painter. Who the fuck he thinks he is? Just sit there. You don't gotta smile. Don't worry about it. It's okay not to be okay. When I think about this concept, I really think about my own personal life and how sometimes it's okay to sit down in rage and just feel it. One of my favorite spiritual teachers, Gabby Bernstein, has a technique where you sit down and you're not feeling good. You want to feel good, just not feeling good. You're just stuck, right? She actually tells you to sit down. So oftentimes pain, even emotional pain, localizes in the body. So see perhaps if you can find where the pain is at in the body. It's emotional. Maybe it's in your head. You got a headache. Maybe it's in your thighs, in your shoulders. A lot of us hold trauma in our shoulders and our hips. A lot of women hold trauma in their hips. It can be anywhere, your arm. So find it and then use all five senses to interact with it. Close your eyes and imagine that you can see it. You can see the pain. What does the pain look like? What does it smell like? What does it sound like? What does it feel like? What does it taste like? Go through it and then sit there in 5 minutes of meditation with it. And you'll be surprised at what you will find. You'll be surprised how you can visualize the pain. Oftentimes I visualize my pain when I do this practice. It's something mechanical. It's very strange. And then oftentimes as I'm in the middle of doing this visualization and imagine myself seeing it, smelling it, tasting it, touching it, as I'm doing it, the weird thing is a lot of times the pain will dissipate. So sometimes the best cure for your pain is not to ignore it, not to stuff it, not to do some kind of crazy woo-woo self-help nonsense, or even on the other side of things, go out there and kick your ass in the gym or go running 20 miles. All that stuff has its place and all that stuff can help with trauma. Sometimes though, when you're really stuck, it's okay not to be okay and just sit with those feelings. And you'll be surprised how healing that is. All right, guys, that's it for this week. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Balance Act. And may you find between the practical and the metaphysical teachings of this world your own path to your own well-being. Thank you for joining me again. God bless. I love you. Peace.